Let's do it.
Oh wait, no, we have. I think everybody's thinking with the journal. Alright, so this was the big one. So there's one, and I'm gonna leave this one probably to the end. This one's signed. Okay? So this will be the last prize of the night, because he did tell me there was a signed one in here. I don't know who that is. But check this out.
What is that?
So everybody will probably get one of these regardless, but this is really, really cool. We've got some other stuff on the table too. So anybody that shows up, unless more people show up, will get one of these as well.
If you don't know, that says welcome to Capera.
Thanks, Scott. Doing some Arabic translation. Okay, so we've got those, and I just want to make sure there's nothing else down here. I think these are all journals. Yes. All right, so we've got journals, posters, and T-shirts.
How many
Okay.
journals are there?
Looks like
Probably almost enough for everyone, but not quite enough. So there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and
There's enough. I have.
it's only one
I
higher.
have one. I'm just saying it again.
What?
Actually, I'm using myself all days.
I understand.
What are you doing?
Hey,
Oh,
I'm not an
for the
influencer,
drinks, PUCT.
so.
Okay.
Tell them PUCT for our tap.
Barco.
Yes, ma'am.
Angry Lando
And
Calrissian.
we got Angry Lando Calrissian.
This is gonna be my emotions for the rest of the night.
I'm gonna finish this.
Well, Steve was going.
And then there's some other stuff over here as well. I'm gonna let. What do we do? I'm afraid I don't want to mess this one up.
Keep it in the box. People saw we had one. Do it later. Keep it in the box.
They're gonna get some, right?
Huh?
Except for the cheers poster with that sign.
Everybody should get a chest poster. I mean, there's a lot
But the
of
sign
them.
one, just keep it in the box.
Yeah.
Keep that.
We'll put one journal up. People see the journal. We got the shirts out there. We're good.
I can help you pass them out if you need help.
Oh, I don't need anything.
Yeah, there's about a dozen.
We
There's
don't
about a
have
dozen.
any socks this year. I'm
There
saying.
you go. I didn't bring socks because we were out of the Star Wars ones. I know. It's
What kind of sock owner are you?
No, here we go.
He didn't bring any for Kevin Smith either.
No, because they're not going to read my email.
And he's totally not brought any for Felicia Day in like 3 years.
Wow.
Well, of course, Felicia hasn't
William,
done much.
don't let me forget about the rapid.
Right.
So what I want to do is I'm going to pass my phone around and have everybody put their names if they want to be in the raffle. Is there stuff that, okay, hold on one second.
And as
Zen
for the other
saying,
stuff,
"Hi, guys.
we've got
Is
a
this a
picture
test
that's been
run?"
donated by
Oh.
I have my
the Top
test drink
Company
in progress.
with the picture of Ray
Zen, it's not a test.
on,
I just didn't change the thing. I'm not going to, this is the real deal, bro.
We are for real.
Zen, I love you. I just announced, I know you can hear me. I just announced that
graphic novelist, and he has a new
you
called
bought
the
the
Thomas
first
Bendel,
couple rounds of
and,
drinks, so thank you, my
there's
friend.
a
I
tin
really
picture
appreciate it.
of the cover and a sketchbook.
You have no idea how much
characters
we
in
appreciate it.
So
Thank you.
That's that too.
So, hey guys, Zen is in the chat.
Hey Zen! Thank you, Zen!
Thank you, Zen.
Thank you.
Zen is our battle pass.
Indeed.
Zen is so crazy generous.
We miss you, Zen.
Should have been here, bro.
It's Jesse, we wish you were here.
Like people don't recognize your own.
She's wearing a cape.
Wow.
What would you expect?
The camera's not even on, the camera can't even see me, so.
You watch Han Solo and see
Your smile and your
Calrissian's
expressions through your
cape
voice, it's fun.
armoire that he had going.
I know, wasn't that awesome?
That was good.
That's okay. Cute.
You know, I was watching that scene, I'm like,
Yeah.
Donald
So
Glover
Grayson
probably
did
walked in there and was like, we need more capes. Here, I'll bring some more capes as far as I can see. I'll bring some of my collection.
You're playing a Star Wars game.
So-
Have you ever played any other Star Wars games? Yes.
Nice.
There's way worse things than
All right.
swearing in that game, don't there?
Aye, aye.
You know,
Um,
they kill people in real life. They walked in that game, just here to say it.
That was my favorite pastime in Star Wars Galaxies, was going to Endor and just massacring all the Ewok villages.
Is that over here?
That's dark.
Yes.
but also awesome.
And look how you turned
Why
out.
don't you just try them? Yes, yeah.
Well, just turn it out.
Banana. Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like real German style. You usually get banana on the German
But you don't mean like actual banana, you mean
No,
like just a banana.
no actual banana.
Yeah.
But if you smell
You
it,
smell it as soon as
it
you're.
smells like a ripe banana. Yeah.
What's happening? Bananas.
Banana.
Banana.
It's tastes like banana Laffy Taffies.
Gross.
Yeah, no.
That sounds terrible.
Gross.
Banana anything is gross.
Bananas by themselves.
Bananas are fun.
Banana bread is a
I grew up a poor kid, okay, so I had to get the
banana bread comes out. And jelly bread, right?
Oh,
Marshall?
yes, ma'am.
What can I get you from the bar?
Something, I would like a pale ale if possible.
I don't know.
Inhale?
A pale ale. I need to lower my alcohol consumption.
You have way too much blood in your alcohol system.
It's been a long day already.
I'm playing with my family, but we've been on Dungeon
I can make some money.
I mean, before it wasn't good on like
I wouldn't care. I have summer days. I'm happy.
I can hear you well, no worries, but I wish I was there too. Stop.
Dude, Zane, you're my hero, bro. My hero.
His hero, personally, like, his hero.
We all
He
have
wants to be
heroes.
you
Mine
when he
is
grows up.
Zen. Heroes Zen.
So we went to the board game room,
Yeah.
and they had the Red Dragon Inn.
Yeah.
I was telling
love that game.
I was telling Steve about it.
Yeah, we saw it today.
That game is amazing. It's so much fun.
So, is it people?
Yeah, I think that was it.
Okay, so it's over your house?
Here, it is like say you
I think you have to meet him before.
Okay, so anyway, my friend,
Yeah.
go to the bar, let's get roll.
So, I mean, it's absolutely not very hard. And,
Well, probably just,
drinks. So we're just basically having like dinner. I don't remember if we've ever.
I thought we were all meeting at the house around 5 or 6. Yeah, 4 or 5, 5 or 6, something like that.
No.
Depends on what people are doing.
we do that. We can all go together and then Ryan and I will just drop you off wherever you need to drop.
Yeah, no, because that was right up there.
No, but you don't have to go back to the hotel and they get on the shuttle and everything.
No, we don't need another hero, as we said. You're all the hero we need, bro.
One man, hero enough for 14 people.
Sid.
Underscore 0001.
Get me started. In a world.
No hero.
In a world where you need another hero. Sid. The hero.
They usually have college people with the company.
So it's gonna be ready.
Yes, and I'm the one who's part way through all these college students are showing up. And they didn't really think they are not smart. We're so excited. We're so we actually literally have 20 hours of I get 20 hours of work. I go to my tuition, but that's how we make it go. And instead of doing that, they just have people who are and volunteers suck. I volunteer. Trust me, they suck.
Drop down and drop back up.
Yeah, I'm not just following it when it's going to go and take it away.
Tomorrow morning,
RA Cafeteria. RA Cafeteria is actually, yeah. We'll be there. We're outside of our
Oh, shit. Yeah.
and I didn't play the game.
I don't play any either, but I know who he is. Yeah.
So he's the one that like.
No kidding. Just one and another surgeon down here. Because my surgeon. I don't know if you're
No, it was a one.
So we made it into the draft. The blue lamps, the card, India, USB, and then for service thing, we get this. No, not this week. Is there any
I saw my
Oh yeah, you're being right on. Let's see it.
It was on TV.
Yeah, you can talk about that.
Okay, so. My timeline? What do you think? Oh, thanks for listening to that.
I didn't want her in.
Alright.
Until Chip started talking.
Then we're gonna go to right next door.
I know they are.
And I didn't know, realize they were ready.
Oh, we're going back to check.
Would you be more nerdy? Be more nerdy.
I think it was like 9 or something like that.
Yeah. Well, I don't follow any facts. I don't get any bugs, but I only want to be positive. So if anything comes to me, you're seeing something. And I just take it. As soon as you see something,
I didn't read it until
I'm ordering from gas stations of
when came out. I knew some of my friends and they were people big pockets.
I might go back.
Like, I don't know if I ever told you because I didn't know you were. So when I was working at Walmart, I ran the release for the 7 o'clock. For Deathly Hallows. Yeah. So I did games, I had people dress up, I dressed up in costumes and everything. I had a artist come in and do a big painting on the floor of a Snap took her hand, held up his feet, because it went off the ran a very small course, and got to the point where people were coming in at like 4:45 because they started selling them at midnight, and they said Barnes and Noble still hadn't even gotten to their first group. And so Barnes and Noble people started sending people to us because we were already done. When we went to go to the police officer, and it was a lot of fun. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Yes, I love that.
I did, so I've been here for like, actually 17 years. When I first came here, I was really young, really early. But it's not just the accent, it's like,
Oh, yeah. Really bad.
I was telling you about kitchen girl straight and it's so tough. Correct. No,
And then you find out that's a common word. It's just like us saying handle. And I know, but it's pretty interesting how stuff like that.
I was gonna say, go for it. I would ask you.
Pretty much anything. Minimum 14. I got a cheese. We got pepperoni for these guys, and Will got a pepperoni.
Like the
What do you want for What do you want for toppings? Well, is there some other option?
No, I'm saying.
Placing an order for pizza currently. You can get whatever you want.
Right now, are you hungry?
You will be.
Okay, that's fine. Mushrooms.
You don't want chicken, you don't want beef, you don't want pepperoni, nothing. Just throwing it out there, because sometimes you don't. All right.
Is it right with you though?
Okay, so mushrooms.
But I have mine in my bag, and I have tomatoes.
Whatever. That's all she wants. What? That's impossible. There's no way they don't. You're not saying they don't have mushrooms? I have two Well, I'll tell you what, we're not starving. By the time we'll be there, we're fine. Don't worry. No, we're not running. Whatever, don't worry, I'm fine. Appreciate it.
Chicken wings?
No, remember, I don't even like chicken. I don't even fried crab. Fried crab. Fried crab. Cheese. Two. Needs two.
You know, they had a show together that they broke up. You did, like a house. Yeah, the rest of it, I did just right. It was like the indie, like, movie of this past year. I feel like you did. I don't think so. I don't think you there. My mom didn't know anything about Australia. So, yeah, it's like a hard. That took 12 years. And then, so when I finally got it, like, has this opportunity, you know, we have family. Yeah, so my parents. My husband had like catfish, and then he gets it's like the, is the I love it. I just figured it out.
Estimating levels, seven?
Yeah, and then I'm gonna like all about my parents.
Oh, yeah. Timing is good.
They had the right words.
Like they People will be able to see it.
Skyrim. Have you seen that? That's him. That's Keegan Michael. Yes. Yeah. That's him. He was Obama's I know. It's like what I imagine being a GM for a D&D. Like Alexa's kind of Right. And see, I play with my kids. So when the kids get calmed down, I'll sit in the living room and I'll turn down the lights. It calms him down and he has to think about what he's going to do. That's what we do. And then Liana's like started jumping in and started doing things. I think like a whole
Where's that look pretty scheme?
And they're all
It's hot. God damn, we're making this look so good.
She turns on my lights and like turns the TV off.
It's just a live stream for now.
So it's kind of nice because Ian tasked with Alexa.
The shit. Whatever.
But I also have Google on my phone. Yes. Yeah, because I got one free when I really I don't know. I don't like the Well, I got a free one when I bought my phone, and then a friend of my husband's game was he upgraded to the. You talking about me?
No, it's all about Parker actually.
Over
here. Don't want to stay here. Now, part of the reason
I have too many. I have like 7 various. Either Alexa.
I wasn't trying to be weird.
Listen to me.
I wasn't trying to be weird. You went past me. I didn't want you to see my butt.
I thought I did know you did it.
My butt was wiggling. I was dancing.
I would have felt like last night, right? I have a video of us dancing.
Oh, I hope so.
I also have a video of
Depending on how drunk I was, how close I was to the actual beat.
Did you see this guy?
The guy with the helmet?
No. Oh, wait.
Did I film that? Did I film that?
No, you didn't film anything.
Are you sure I didn't film that? I might have filmed
You guys
it. You dancing with the guy from,
Marshall?
no, you took a picture of
It's
me.
almost 6:30.
yes?
Do we have to worry about time at all?
We don't have to worry about time necessarily. I have, I'm not worried about time. I got,
Surprises.
I got a couple things I'm working on. Give me 10 minutes.
Okay,
We're going to start recording about 15 minutes. Is
I
that cool? What Reese is in? Alright, you're in?
No.
Are you waving?
I know what your spot is.
That's good. That's good. Thanks for pointing it out. Oh my god, I look amazing!
Tell him.
Do I look amazing in that picture? Tell me.
No, you do not.
I do, I look great.
You're smiling.
I'm not smiling, but look, I'm looking down the camera like I almost have a smolder.
Remember this girl?
Oh no, I don't remember her at all. Oh, yeah.
And I just like, I showed this girl.
I'm not drunk enough to look at this. No, I can't do it. Can't do it. I got it. I got it. Should I put it up here? Put it on the street.
Oh no, do you remember this guy? This is your brother from another mother.
Hold on 1 second.
Maybe they want to see it.
I was looking for my son to come from Florida.
But we hung out and Marshall showed up and our buddy Muscle was there.
Oh yeah.
And I remember touring together in Portugal.
And I don't know, Muscle had
Sorry, what? I do. I was standing right there. Yeah. I remember. No, I remember this guy. Big boy. He was a big boy.
He is a big boy.
Yeah. You were like, yeah. He was like, he had moves. He was like,
Yeah,
that was sick.
that was fun.
I do. I mean, after. Like I said, I have some memories.
Oh, you did?
You can have some of mine.
I'm holding out. No, he's they don't do slices. It's different.
He got mad at me.
Or there's gonna be plenty of pizza.
We wanted to get it from Basic Pizza. Stuff
I know, they didn't have it on there. I was. I just got gas in it because I like that pizza, but
I know you do. To us, that's only drunk pizza. That's like midnight drunk pizza.
He's like, yep, that's what it is.
it's 6:30, almost drunk pizza.
Yeah, 5.5 hours old.
Got it. So did you get to go back to the hotel and chill?
I went back, changed clothes, changed shirt, got all the equipment, and hung out for a bit. Well, I didn't need to. But I have to change just in case, you know what I'm saying? But you know what's funny? We were gonna, honestly, like, I would have been all this, I'm so mad because I didn't have all this stuff set up yet. Yeah, they can. Uber driver, you know, if I had to give my Uber driver directions, he was like, 5 years ago we moved to Africa, and he's just like, do I turn here? I was like, I don't want to. I don't want to tell you how to get there.
You see your phone?
And I'm looking at his phone. I'm looking at his phone saying, yeah, go there. It's fine. It was brutal. It took us at least 15 minutes longer to get to the station. Because he missed and stuff, and I was like, I don't like downing people,
but at least it's not like a cab where you have to pay extra money, right?
No.
It's just a fixed price. Right, exactly. And that's why, like, I think one time we were in one of those. He was, he was like,
I don't want to be worried about it. Stay.
Well, you are concerned about it.
It's okay. Give me my phone. Okay? Give me my motherfucking phone. That's what I like. If you need a drink, just
I'm right there. That's me.
Hey, how popular am I?
Hey guys, when Ray gets back, I'm gonna start setting up the podcast stuff. So everybody stay here if you can for a couple minutes. Okay? That guy already? Yeah.
It's not dead.
I'm gonna do that's
Okay, it's a great story. We have been
honestly, I think everybody can get something, but
9 years in July. This was the case.
I think if we have extras, we should maybe just
There's no way.
I'll take it easy.
Anyway, we met.
yes.
It is Kai and Ellie's anniversary today, by the way.
Oh, nice. Don't have to.
It is also the 49th anniversary of Lucky on the Moon today.
And
Anniversary of her being conceived.
in the backseat of a car. So that, my mom, every year my mom, on this day, she sent me something on the RS today, she said, this today, she said, I don't, what'd she say? The man walking on the moon, not such a big deal, you being, like, you are way more important, something along those lines. Like,
There's a movie coming out.
I've seen in a refrigerator box from Allen University of Tennessee.
you're lying.
Have you
Kidding
seen
me?
She said, today's the big day, I love you, and think walk on the moon is minor compared to creating you.
Well, are we conspiracy theorists here? Because did we really walk on the moon? Or did Stanley Kubrick?
We walked on that.
There's a new movie coming out this fall called First Man with Ryan Gosling playing Neil Armstrong.
Really?
It looks phenomenal.
All right. So he's playing.
Wait, I'm sorry, say that again?
There's a new movie called First Man, and it's with Ryan Gosling playing Neil Armstrong.
Oh, okay.
It's
playing
all
Buzz.
It's all focused on Neil Armstrong.
Oh, wow! That is a surprise. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Hey, no short joke.
80 miles to get here. I'm actually here working. Yep. Yeah. I'm hiding in the dark right here. I was like, the whole time I was like, I told Marshall, I was like, I'm going to be tricky. If anyone recognizes me, I'll be like, don't tell anyone I'm here.
Thankfully, Eric, I guess, humored me and decided to keep the secret. He's hiding around for me, like. So Eric Musco, everyone, this is.
Thank you so much for coming.
I wasn't coming, but I got.
There is the next pair.
I'm going to sit.
Thank you for the boxes of wax. Excellent stuff.
He's the community manager for the game.
Well, let's go. Thank you. Welcome.
I didn't hear that.
Okay.
And I'll make sure we don't have any
I
love.
love it.
AWS.
Yeah, there's something I can do while I'm out there. So I did Marshall, I've been working with Marshall, and I was like, hey,
I love how he kept posting the forums and such at kids.
yeah, I was working the whole time I was here, so I was talking to this morning. I was like, yeah, I'll make anything up.
Are you gonna be here in San
Yeah, I'll be
I almost.
Are you gonna be there,
on Sunday?
yeah, Sunday morning? So I'm gonna be hitting that,
The thing is, he was trying to come the whole time, and I emailed him, and I was like, dare I just say, keep this a secret, just to see your dumb faces. By the way, I filmed all your dumb faces, and it was amazing. And dumb meaning I love all of you. And this is a great surprise. So, and you're all beautiful and wonderful, and must go, thank you. Yes. What?
No, just keep on. Just
I was there yesterday. That was where I got my line.
So you saw me?
No, I didn't actually.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he was with the anthem on the other side. So, like, there's a dark horse booth right here, and the anthem picture there, and he's standing right there. Well, he was today. He wasn't there the other day.
It was pretty busy.
I was like, oh my god, this is on my side. And I geeked out really hard. Like,
Zan? Yes, he is drinking, and he is here, and just so you know, Sam is in chat. He's buying drinks for a while for us, and he's asking questions from me already. So you're welcome.
Hit me.
He said, get him drunk and ask him when 6.0 is coming.
Tomorrow, surprise.
He had a nice dig in there. He said it should just make a thin little booze.
I have a full beard.
Yeah. You can see it.
Yeah, we are.
So we're like sitting by the same
I
like
just
20
said that,
minutes
yeah.
like there's all these issues.
Dude, thank you so much. Be careful. Start a podcast.
And he's one of those like
You don't have to
kids.
Somebody's Are you official on work? Are you good? All right.
I was gonna say that's probably
No, because, no, I think you're fine. Yeah, you're fine.
What's
You'll
happening?
probably move
Where
the
are you going?
camera.
Where are you going?
It feels awkward.
Why?
She doesn't want to be next to us because you know, like, he is popular. He is popular. We are less.
Popular.
She's popular too.
She is popular. She is number one in my heart. And also my dreams.
Except when she makes it.
Like I'm coming here, right? It would be super easy to make it like shut in my pocket. We don't have any stuff like that here. Sure, your stuff. Yes, sir. I want to do one.
I mean, not to say that the t-shirts and the stuff are, because there was lots of doing it on and all that stuff just a minute ago.
Hey, I think it's on video.
Yeah, but I mean, after you get like all the people who want those things, once they get them, then
Test. Okay, so swag.
No, there was no special swag whatsoever. I was just
So guys, I needed my phone a couple minutes ago to make sure that I got his text, which is why I didn't send around the raffle thing yet. So I'm gonna send around the raffle thing, put your name in here for the raffle, and then as soon as we decide to raffle some prizes, then you will be able to do the thing. Does that make any sense?
No.
What do you mean?
Guys are entering a raffle.
I don't have my phone number.
Just put your name in there.
I don't have intimidation.
And then type the number. Do it.
Okay, are we past now?
Musco's not eligible.
What?
Unless it's that shirt. I want that shirt. That shirt's amazing.
that is.
Hey, my friend. I want that shirt.
Stop it.
I have
I have mileage, right?
to go. I know words.
It's okay.
Right off.
No, I got it on the phone.
Just here, you guys.
I know.
It's the phone.
It's Selena's fault.
Electronics and
I'm being clumsy and I'm gonna go sit back at the bar.
Who let you out of your bed?
You did.
Somebody went got
He said who let me on my bed. I said he did.
phone okay?
There's batteries in the beer.
The other equipment's fine. Sure.
There is batteries.
The batteries that need to go
Oh,
in
it's a
the garbage
battery.
in.
It's a battery pack. And it's been rubbed all over.
It was my beer. I didn't even need to do it.
This is my first year. My first year of this. This seems normal.
Oh, it's 100%.
There's no more paper.
Oh, we are at Marshall. We are trying to plan a barbecue at our house next year.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I told Matt. I said I don't understand why you didn't invite everybody over to the house
Wait.
next year. That was my phone. That was a battery pack.
Is that your phone?
No, it's a battery pack.
This is Will.
Yeah, we're good.
Thank you.
Both phones.
Did it have a track? A tracking wheel?
It's hard to go. Where do you reside?
North Carolina.
Oh, that's a screen protector.
Where?
Greensboro and North Central. About a mile and a half.
Alright. So let's pretend Will's phone's not tracked. We'll move on with our lives. Where is Will?
He fell on his phone.
As is the kid.
That's his
Like,
first phone.
I remember
Didn't fall.
on my last job, we actually separated the regions.
You're recording on Twitch, you can see.
And I was like, I had it like what would logically look like a split. And they're like, no.
I know things. I was responsible for this shit.
How far north does this just stop?
Very-
I know Maryland.
It goes back to the civil war.
Marshall's phone. I don't know which one.
Okay, so
He
you
does.
guys see my
It's
calendar?
a screen protector.
Marshall, can you unlock your phone again and go at that?
Yeah, 1832.
I'm clumsy, so I'll get out. And yes, it is a screen
Yeah,
protector.
right?
So, I know how to do this. Look.
Number two.
Yeah.
Let me find it. Get him a new phone if we need to.
It's
Just put your name in. Do you have it every Saturday night? That's fine.
And here. And I will not be near any of you guys. I'm here the party.
Well, let's see what that
It's an
happens.
open invitation if you want to come.
The other one.
Yeah.
Did you sign?
Yeah.
So I just wanted to put that out there.
Thank you very much.
Here's some more of these.
Maybe we
Am
can
I?
tomorrow night.
Oh, I'm doing my name. Okay. I'm like, what do I do here?
We'll get up.
Are you gonna like the idea of this Why don't you bring him with you?
Well, it would have been fine if it was
Much as I love to,
but
I haven't seen it in ages, so I want to sit
It's
and
fine.
enjoy it.
I just thought I would put that out there. That's okay.
I'm telling you, if I don't see
I'm
him,
like, do you realize you're recording?
I'm gonna be hard. I'm gonna be hard, so that's worth the price of admission.
Yes, you did.
yeah.
I'm a guest speaker. I signed up. I see that. Ray, did you sign up? I don't see you.
Bar is very powerful.
And sign up your wife while you're at it.
And I'm a bar manager.
No, I have one.
Here's
Does everybody have some?
Yeah, okay. How's the board bar? All the board.
Well, it's even
it's a party, right? Especially, I should tweet. You're right. I'm getting my phone back.
Wait, I'm sorry. Okay, yes, that's my two nature.
There was a question whether or not they would like to share. I said, I think you guys.
They're all slack.
With Mox as our DM. Can you imagine?
He's running it.
So out of control.
Kinley and Novika as well. I'm playing a Hey, Will.
You broke my phone. It's working fine. It's only about broken my phone.
I practice screen protector, and if I practice pain, I will pay for it. I promise.
Have a house and stuff.
Yeah, really
And your friend has screen protector.
I actually thought it was already broken. I'm sorry. Will.
If not, give me until Thursday, and I'll.
Are you ready to podcast?
I'll spend all your money for it.
How did that happen?
I still have a screen protector on there. That's a screen protector first.
Let's get out some swag. Huh?
Welcome.
I'm sorry.
Here's what I like Vince McMahon. I'm gonna be arguing Vince McMahon. Because that doesn't matter.
It's not on you.
It's not because normally I'd be the one running around on Facebook.
Alright, so we have an extra mic. I'm going to try and get that to you for now. No, you're fine. Don't protect it. Will, you want a piece of swag? Grab whatever you want except for the autograph.
I will mention you. No. That was completely. Matthew, we owe him 120. Please remind me on Friday to send it to him. Please remind me on Friday. I will punch for your face.
Well, I'm sorry.
No,
It was a combination of things. So we're going to record
I
now.
draw my pipe and it's going to shatter.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You're right.
No. I should deduct half for your own negligence. Matthew, I should deduct half for his own negligence. I won't, but I should. He doesn't have a case for his screen protector. How many times what does that here? I run my shit all the time. I literally, look, I will chuck my phone across the room.
Put it a little closer.
I don't care. My phone can last me and throw it across the room. No.
That's really cool. We'll pick that up.
Yeah, it's actually straight from the PUCT guys. They, it's a production still that they've been having the actors sign and everything.
Hey guys, I'm gonna start the set. You're not in? No, it's fine.
Someday, you want to create a scenario.
Alright guys, so there's a mic down at the end and there's a mic here in the middle. What I want to do in the beginning is I always do is kind of go around the table and everybody say who they are, what podcast they do, etc., and then we'll see where that goes. I don't want to record for too long, but I want to do something while we're here. Okay, guys? Is that cool?
Yeah, that's cool.
Alright.
8-hour podcast.
8 hours.
8 hours.
And I've already been giving away a little bit of swag already, a couple people won, so here we are.
What somebody else would.
No, Will picked up some. What'd you get, Will? Nice. All right. Hello. It's gonna be weird not hearing that.
Hello, mic check.
Okay, I know I'm not.
I think the other mic's a little bit.
Other microphone wasn't picking up very well, right?
Yeah, I got it. I'll turn it back.
Okay.
Can you talk into it real quick?
Yeah.
It's like 30-mile-an-hour golf ball. It shattered so fast it's like.
It's better. I don't know.
I got slipped. My last time I broke it, I actually was doing serious.
I know, I think we're just checking.
By the way, Zen says, Blue spilled on the microphone at the party.
The last time I placed the cover of an iPad because I went to Cal Poly and I was starting at Cal Poly when I was going there. And so like I would always see the old flyers up on the dorm wall saying
We're not starting
iPad.
right now, I'm gonna start.
Hey, Steve.
Oh my gosh, it's so broken live.
Listen, I had a Raven Plus sweater earlier.
Yeah.
So
Any updates? You want me to wait till you get back? I didn't think so. That's why I'm setting you. You got my stuff. Okay, all right.
Here, that's the next step. It's like
Okay, guys. Everybody's kind of everywhere, but once people settle in, we'll start. Please, so you ready?
Oh, don't do the teacher thing with me.
Are you ready, dear?
Randy Milano was the person that got hired.
Podcasters making good.
Dude, my fancy radio. That was back in the day.
I look at them like after 7 p.m.
In general, like,
No, yeah.
if you build a podcast or a fan site, you're literally making a man
Yeah.
You do the exact same thing I do on a day-to-day basis. Scale is you get a lot of, like, I wish that we were in like a super growth phase.
Do I smell like a change table?
Also, it's like, obviously, very knowledgeable.
Oh my, that's
Exactly. Which I have to know. Are you back now? Now that Mako's back, are you playing?
But I mean, she literally.
It's about time.
I'm glad we got that
I
out of the way.
I purposely played my bounty hunter a couple weeks to go through the throat so I can get Mako back, and she's my wife again.
You got in there feeling inside.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
So Will walked away now. I mean, everybody's leaving. So I'm waiting for Will to come back.
I have every class till 1 and max.
Just a minute. Will, please bring me a beer.
Oh, we stayed here for Marshall, so, right?
And Rod just walked here too.
I mean, we can start around the table.
Yeah.
It's gonna take you a while.
See, that's how you get them back.
Okay, ready? I'm gonna do it with you.
Sounds good, man. It's beautiful.
Okay, Matt.
We're changing table.
Fun social facts.
Feels like we're all there.
Is that way back, if you remember the days of like hanging with people and things, those days, bounty hunter, people
We call that the good old
the good old days. People during the good old days, we track data on everything.
Right.
Like bounty hunters by far the highest success rate continuing through all of their story. Because they get a huge
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
it took us a while, like it took us a while to figure it out. Like, and they were one of the lesser fit classes amongst the things. So we're like, maybe it's just the people who play bounty hunters are more selective, they're better, higher skill players, whatever. And then we're like, they get together.
I don't think it's necessarily the healer. I think
Oh,
it's the
great.
leash.
Okay. I'm gonna send someone out.
I
Okay.
don't know yet.
Well, I mean,
We'll call him in. We'll call him in.
Right.
I like one of my. I did a thing at work with this lecture about like customers.
We're at Mission Brewing Company. Sorry.
So I met with them, and they were just like,
Mission Brewing Company. Yep.
I was like, can't take it.
I'll be
Yeah.
Because like,
I'll be right out there, okay?
I don't deal in a world with facts.
Bye.
I deal in a world with perceptions. Right? Like whatever the community perceives reality is reality. Right? And so having data on everything lets me know
Right.
is it a real issue?
Right.
Is it real or feels?
Is it exactly? And like feels
Eric,
are
Eric's place where the grammar.
But then
That is
also
true,
the
Eric.
people who play your game.
Where is the camera pointing?
You really need to know
Pointing right at me.
what your market is
Why
doing
can't I
so that you
go?
can
Wait,
project out.
yeah.
You're right there.
Here.
Okay. Maybe we should put one more chair right
I just try to soak it
Yeah.
up as we can.
Yeah, you should do that.
The question of is it real?
Right.
It's an important question.
Did the bounty hunters stay consistent through Godfrey's protest too?
No, it did vanish once we made
Once
it
Tree came?
That's what I thought. Now they tipped you off.
Once we made it, and we figured that out. It's one of the, it's actually one of the things that motivates us.
Has that changed? Did you then do research and see if it was the originating character that was the character moved?
Oh, did they stay with it?
Because that's the way I play. I always do my first primary character, and I think he stays throughout. No, my first character.
No,
the vast majority of them have one character.
seriously, I can't wait to see it. That's gonna be
Oh
fun.
yeah. How about
Your makeup looks great. Your makeup looks really good.
Every other character I have is the level cap, except for my counselor.
Bless your face. So
you're the
progressive.
minority?
I've got like 70
I
something.
joke like when I came to big podcasts. I joke that like the first thing I learned was that
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is my actual
It's 5%. It's the 80-20
You remember
rule.
what your hunter, right? What does he do?
Yes.
Okay, it's up to 100% still.
80 to
Yeah,
25,
because
right?
they're contracted.
That's what I've
He's
read.
a project manager.
It's like 20 seconds.
Right now he's building a.
probably about that thing, but I mean, it's hard to really, one thing is, you
Yep.
can't actually be that inspector size.
But I guess it's like an average or something. Right? I just read
Oh, does it? Take right here.
But I bet you, I mean, I don't know what the percentages are, but they
I
look
do.
and it ends up being
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's someone, that's someone who's like aggressive Twitter builder, that's right there.
You will have a run of bad luck with songs.
well, it's also because they're like fireworks. So you have to.
So you're next.
So
hopefully that's it.
So you don't know that
Someone
I
said,
think it looks good
Then you
with
wouldn't think to
no, it's
know.
going like we're going, it's a party already. It's a party. Goes to the sea
Okay,
waving.
I have a question.
A bunch of energy.
Are they prepared?
Hey.
What percentage?
What's up from Cartel? We got a must go.
But it's low, kind of what you said.
I mean, I know that I've heard 40% is somewhere around what it is for most games.
Like the
So,
chicken game.
like all, like duplicate games, like many different games, different genres, it ends up being between 40 and.
Yeah, you can get the
No, I mean, just, that's like I mean, like, that's the cap, right? It's your level cap. That's what you get
Is Zen saying anything?
Just that they will podcast.
I was talking about I mean, good thing.
We are saying good things.
So how about finishing the class? That's really what I'm.
That's meeting.
Finishing the class.
There are
Because they care about the mechanics. Yeah, well, I've never met her. I don't know.
Yeah, I would ask like on an account at least one
Hey,
character.
Eric, I think we actually might want to move you to the side of the table because then you'll be on
At
cam.
home. Bring your chair. It's not a chair, but you need to sit together.
Because that way you'll be right on cam.
Okay, we got it. We got it.
I'm in a discussion with another.
That's very.
Oh, great. And then here's yours. Is that yours, right?
We're moving him so he's on camera.
This is the business that we want to make. We don't go
Yeah, we've been trying to keep it on.
It's like, right? It's like,
We're trying to make sure we have for today. Somebody in the big suit, like, we're on in here.
Oh my God.
Who was it? We just happened to be on break, but it was. They were wearing it. Well, he was wearing it. Yeah, no, he's that's also cool. Yeah. So, isn't that cool? I don't know. It was the first time I ever seen it.
Okay, I'm not touching the over equipment or anything else.
Quick question. You have to have Venmo, oh, PayPal. I will get it. You know how I am? I'll go back. We'll be able to see right now.
You know, actually, I was getting, I downloaded the Cash App to do that because podcast I wasn't really interested. But it turns out that Cash App doesn't work with my credit union. So.
I'm just curious, why the
If I use this one, it goes $5 to Mothers Against Autism.
I'm just curious.
They can write it down.
I know Clinton.
I'm against it. I shouldn't have it there. I should never have anything like that. And this is the wrong area and limit but for whatever reason, the DPA dropped it off of Oregon.
I'm against Ben's mom. I just don't like them.
I know how to act. I'm just comfortable with shit, but I don't care. I like to hate it. So if I had a red gun, have that shit out loud.
Well, and you
Until she breaks your heart.
training because, like, I'm coming from, like,
I broke shit.
Thank you very much.
About nothing else.
It's all good. When I get back to
you're gonna want me to say,
We need some best in it. I'm sorry.
no, you know the funny thing is actually I was in an AT&T store right before I came down here. I was like, I'm going to con. I should probably buy a case of that.
Dude, I literally dropped this just before I seen it. I was talking to your brother, pants up, and fucking flip, pop, face down. And I throw this at my kids right now. I've never touched it. I've never.
And it's funny, you know, my iPhone 4, I actually dropped it on concrete Costco once.
I was told there was not a school there.
I put one over there. I moved one over there for you.
They're lying to you. No one cares.
okay.
He's gonna be even more crushed.
And that's the whole purpose.
Okay, so, everybody.
Oh, here's a hurricane, fireworks.
Now, my question
It's fun.
It's not smoke here.
No. So it's not. It's real. That was. I'll tell you. One of my. I'll tell you. One of my favorite reactions was the press at like game players. Behind closed doors, plays the game, and they get up and they look and they go, "It's fucking real."
Oh, you know the
You always assume it. Anything you see in E3 is not. Right? It's smoke and mirrors. But it was real.
And they were like, hey, it was cool that they were like, they were like,
Wait, now what about the
hour, yeah, you just tell us, so I got this, and it was over an hour. But an hour, 50
Never happened.
I was telling her about your shirt. I was telling her about your shirt. So
It was a studio.
although I will say I'm one of the few people that likes sports. Corsa. No, Corsa. I like Corsa.
Sorry. What's his sponsor's name? Torchy, right. How the hell could I forget that?
Okay, the funny thing is, if you ever listen to our podcast, I don't kill anyone. And even my dark side characters, because I'm like, because for me, later on in the stream, I'm not very feared. You never know.
Yeah, sure.
The only person that I've one character is perfectly wanted to kill.
And I tell you, so my first ever character that I made day one, that was my character. It's still my main. I offered him as my main. Period. And the way like I hit canon is that he's almost purely dark side. But he won't kill people unless if he thinks they'll be valuable. Like that's kind of the idea, right? Like if I can use you to my advantage, why would I ever kill you? I'm not gonna lie. So I have never killed a single companion, none of them. I killed them. Because I'm just like, I cannot stand whining about you. I'm just gonna continue. Yeah, and then you stole my shit. I know, right? I'm sorry. I'm the captain of this shit.
Maybe it's Tyler.
I remember an album. And I was so mad when they went and made it and took that.
You want to be careful because a lot of people that are listening to this actually have a lot of affection for that companion and you don't want
I needed the mic up.
It's because Kim was a healer. We couldn't take a healer. Like, mechanically, we could not take a healer.
I will say that I don't like that, the one thing that I don't like
The ladies are like,
whether you're
and guys are like,
Korean or
that
that.
was the same, I feel like,
I want the option where you don't have to go either. Like,
In my world, this is why I'm not designing a writer. To give you the option of why I can't decide. That's what I would say.
that would be a good writing.
It's like, you're making this choice, and you're like, you have time, you have, it's really your time to save one. And if you go, I can't, you hesitate, then they just left. That's what I would do.
You have to pick someone to go on an event, and then you go on the other mission. But the rest of my team survived.
That was the final mission too. That was rough. Like, that was rough. Depending on what you do, you can lose a bunch of people.
I know how people they have progression. This dude looks like a whole person of fucking Harrison Ford. That's why I was, I told them to sit out. Because Harrison Ford is the one of Harrison Ford.
Yeah, so I went through with my sniper and saved that. That's what I thought. And then, of course, my bounty hunter saved twice. That is a cool character.
What had happened was, instead of them, like saying, hey, yes, instead of him looking like this, and finding a guy, it looks like, hey, you're dead.
If you're gonna pay me not to go
Yeah, my bounty hunter like pure lights up, but if the money's right and it's not like immoral,
I'm gonna do the tax.
But the recent mission where you go back and the
That's why I don't order Uber Eats from inside this building. Because madness, I tell you.
7 apiece, let's go.
Oh, what you were saying about smoking mirrors and
I'm good.
Can I help you do that? Here, is there a towel down there? Somebody bring
Oh, yeah. Everything's still running?
Marshall,
So batteries?
grab a piece of pizza, shove
blows my mind.
it
It is
in,
not.
let's go.
Well, this goes out.
okay, well I just
Like,
Like, shove it in.
yeah, but we're podcast back
I remember.
I mean,
He might be now, I sent him.
The first time I met you was me, you, and Pete. And
I sent him
somebody else.
Hi everyone, Marshall's dad. My actual start this part.
And the guy jumps up and goes,
Yes, I just got Marshall's loud. Don't worry.
this fucking
Just put it aside.
That's a pepperoni?
I'm good.
I don't remember that. And I was
Pepperoni?
oh my god, that's so
Eye contact.
I know, I'm good.
This is when they had
I promise, I'm good.
This is when they had fireworks base camp, and you had to go up the stairs.
I'm just gonna be annoying. You
I
really
just
don't
want to
want
make sure I have to. I'm good. Alright.
You do not want to ignore
So
me.
sorry for the delay. Uber Eats is first time using it. That was good.
Well, you're finally in a big city where they have it, so you're.
I'm in the big city.
You know, there's
Dude,
no
we don't
Corrales,
have-
there's no Corrales and no traffic.
We don't have Uber,
It's just
period.
usually faster.
I'm still gonna use it.
Wait until there's no space.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. For
Okay.
favors, favor here, we just like they just fire.
Alright guys, I'm sorry about the delay, but we're gonna start, okay?
Hooray!
How exciting.
No, I'm not ready.
Yeah, you're right. It's fine.
You're not blocking muscle scores.
Yeah, you're good. I think everybody can be seen. You can see me over here if I stand.
Green check mark? Sure.
I don't know who the boss is.
If I stand here, I'm good. Okay. There's a mic down there. When we get over there, we already had a
Mishap.
a little mishap. So we don't want to spill things with mic cords. So if you want to say something, you know, you can raise your hand or whatever. And all right.
I already PayPal them $120.
Twitch.com. Yes.
Anyone insisted.
Okay.
Marshall, don't argue.
Ready?
Yes.
Almost.
Yes, we're ready. No, we're ready.
Twitch.tv/.
Twitch.tv/usual podcast.
Usual podcast, no that usual podcast. Is it in the standard way or
Right
is
here.
it?
No, or the.
Yeah, is it the European spelling and stuff, or?
Yeah, it's T-H-E. Yes,
Did you
ma'am.
make a Twitter?
I made a tweeter.
I'm doing it right now.
I tweetered. Everybody's proud of me. I tweetered.
Oh,
Yay!
yeah.
How much
Tweet my tweeter.
How much attention do you
The
want?
usual
The
podcast.
usual podcast.
If Musco retweets it, we're gonna get like 3,000 people.
I mean, theoretically, this phone has access to the smoke work.
Oh,
I'm not gonna go that far. I'm not gonna go that far.
man of multiple phones.
I'm not gonna go that far.
That's how you know he's important.
Mhm.
He has more than one phone.
By the way, thanks, man. I can't.
That's
Hilarious.
Okay,
I
you
got
just
it.
said 2
Still,
seconds, took it live now.
Uber Eats, chaos. I love it. I love it.
Live now.
It wouldn't be a public without mishaps and fuck ups.
You're a Costco.
Very funny. All right, should we wait until the tweeters go out, or are we
Yeah, give me a
gonna?
second. For a second.
She's on a
Twitch.tv/.
Oh, the usual
Eric,
podcast.
would you like a slice? Eric? You want a slice?
I do want to slice.
Yeah, please, eat a slice. I have cheese pizza behind you, too.
I feel like we're taking everything.
Yeah. We're taking all the things.
Yes, grab you some.
Thank you.
Let us know if you need
Oh, we
any,
should get a
like,
good
refills
picture.
and
Oh, did you
stuff.
get a good one?
We got you.
My phone sucks.
Aw. You want my phone?
Do we
Mine
need to
doesn't
get
have
I need a retweet? Is that what you're asking? Is a retweet?
Is there a retweet?
Are you trying to get a retweet?
A retweet?
Retweet?
Don't try to say retweet right now,
I
please.
know.
Did you tweet it or not?
No, is it out?
Yeah.
Hold those.
How do I give the Uber Eats guy a bacon? I've never done that.
After.
Don't eat yellow snow.
There you go. Confucius says don't fly with
I thought all the
cannonball.
sketches were out. I had never done Uber before.
It's the best thing ever, isn't it?
Did you tag me as well?
No, I didn't.
Oh my god.
Why should I take
That
it?
is- Am I tagging out?
Can you?
What is my face doing? I don't, not even, my eyes are closed.
Okay, that's a really
All right,
wide
fun
open
fact, I have a
question that
worst
you just
photo
put out
taker, so
there.
that's about
I
it.
have the worst photos.
Click champion. Done.
Done.
Are we good? Anybody in there? Zen, we're eating pizza on your behalf, dude. I'm sorry. You didn't make it. Okay, everybody done retweeting or tweeting?
No, like I
I don't know
can't.
what that means.
I'm having issues. I usually just retweet it.
Alright. It's not my bad, man. This is great. I'm having a great time.
Just like a pizza. I'm sitting at a sticky ass table because it's still.
No, but it's fine because my watch is technically a magnet, so I can't even tell.
I'm retweeting that tweet. Okay.
What are we talking about? What's the tweet?
I don't know, man.
That's
Says
the
live
tweet.
now with Puck Usual Podcast, Wrestling Casual.
Oh, I got it. I see it.
For those of you that think travel,
Eric Musker
understand
retweeted
that
it.
works.
Okay,
I didn't start on time because
What time
things
is it?
happen.
Yeah, so this was supposed to be like 45 minutes in by the time I got here.
Yeah. But then when you texted me, I was like, well, I'll wait till you get here to start.
Yeah, I was trying to like push this along, Eric, so
Who knew I was coming before I got here?
not me.
Just me, Marshall,
And my wife.
Ray.
I told Ray.
He accidentally said something in front
I
of me.
accidentally said something in front of his wife when we got here. And,
But she knew we were, so.
That works out, yeah, great.
you feel important now, right?
No, actually, I have a little bit.
All right. Let's go.
Oh, no. It's just
She mentioned once.
yeah, we just
We're hanging out with Jeff.
hashtag podcast.
I feel like everybody's tweeting, so.
Man,
Just get started.
Go.
Go for it.
I can be doing it.
Just start.
Just
Just start the thing.
go do it.
Just start the thing.
All right, hello and welcome to the Passionately Usual Carillion Trap Cantina number 3. And oh my God, what a day.
That was like only one person clapping.
Why did anybody clap? This is
Yeah!
and I'm here with all of my usual friends. See what I did there?
And your passionate friends.
And my passionately casual friends. And my least friends and all our friends that are here. And the council friends, that's it. Sorry. So Teresa is here. I'm going to pass the mic around in a minute, but I want to thank, I did a little speech earlier, and my voice is getting picked up on my phone. I did a little speech earlier, and Musco missed it. And yes, Eric Musco is in the house. Can we give him a big round of applause? We are also live streaming on Twitch for the first time this year, which is cool. Hello.
Hello.
The world. So we're gonna go around the horn. Everybody's gonna say who they are, what they do, and all of that. But I'd like to give Eric Musco the mic while he's eating, really quick, and just say what he does, and the fact that he's here is amazing. Real quick history. In the last 3 weeks or so, Musco texted me and said, "Oh, I'm gonna be there actually in Comic-Con." So I got swag for the event, obviously, and he said, "Oh, I'm gonna be down there." And the best part is I went out on a limb and said, "Can you just keep it a secret, please?" And I'll put the video up on our Facebook page later on, but no one knew except for a couple people that Eric was going to be here. He'll say who he is in a second. He's speaking at him. And the fact that he walked in is really cool. And so I'm here with my co-host Will, the usual podcast. We got a lot of other people here, and let's give Eric Musco the mic for just a minute.
What I do on the weekends? Friday, I'm here.
Side job.
Yeah, do side job. That's Marshall said.
He might be an Uber driver in the middle of the night.
Yeah, Austin's expensive. That would be awesome. Come on, tell me that wouldn't be awesome. If you're just like, oh, it's too late. Let me go home.
Walking through.
Let's go. Oh yeah, yeah, Marshall. Get out of my camera.
I'll go over here. That's better.
God.
Can everybody see him?
Blocking my camera light.
I'll get closer to Matt because that's nice.
Yeah, community manager for SWTOR, so the name you see on the internet for Star Wars, and just happy to be here because this isn't my event, so I don't have to do anything. Like they just give me beer and pizza and I hang out. This is the best kind of event possible.
It's the best. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, of course. Thanks, Marshall.
Are you gonna stand in front of the camera for too?
Wow.
Am I
This
in?
is really
Am I?
Eric.
But I'm short. But I'm short.
I see the problem is you and Musco are the same size, so you can.
Is that better?
Fantastic.
Is this better? I'll stand here. That's good.
Maybe we should
I'm Tessie from Professionally Accountable Podcast. And yeah, this is our third year of doing this, plus the year before that we all met at the SWTOR official cantina.
Yep.
So yeah, this is awesome. Thanks for having Passion Beach, Curly,
Nailed it.
You gotta add council to it now.
Oh yeah, are we doing council instead of Carillion?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Forget
but
those Carillion
it's really
people.
hard to
They
change.
change
Honestly, it's really hard to
everything.
change.
Brilliant Run isn't in existence.
I know, but
We're taking the seat.
that's the last year we're gonna say.
Well, no, I'm going to change because Marshall just doesn't feel what would change. So I would like to do this as well, and I'd like to look for everybody to be passionately neutral council traffic cantina. Wow.
Nailed it.
I know Trap's not even here.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I'm going to my trailer.
Musco's retired.
We got Musco and Airstream. It's not bad. Yeah, I'm Marshall's co-host, and thanks for everybody for joining us. Passing on to
Passing it on. Pick up the mic in front of you, Elise.
Is it my turn? Oh, I'm
Yes,
sorry.
ma'am.
Hello.
Oh, hello. That's good. I love that. You're good.
Okay, so as this is Elise, the council, one of the four. This is my second year. I feel like I'm a visitor. Hello, I'm from Ohio. I like waves and rainbows.
Don't forget long walks on the beach. That's important. You have to know that you like sand, right?
I love sand.
That's a Star Wars reference.
She hates it.
We all.
It's everywhere.
It
It
gets
gets
everywhere.
Do I hate sand?
It gets everywhere.
So I'm here representing the council. So last year we announced the council was coming into existence, but we were not in existence last year. And last year was my first year, so this is my second. I'm excited to be here just because, if nothing else, I got to see Marshall Festival.
Oh, I got down last night. It was so much fun. And a shout out to Tiff, who's probably not going to say anything, and my friend Steve, who danced with me into the night, and Elise. It was amazing.
She did. I stood up on the stage, but Tiff was hardcore. Down. She was getting
Yeah.
It was heavy.
Check out the Usual Podcast Instagram feed. There's some cool pictures of her on there.
Was she getting jiggy with it?
Welcome to the PUCT Cantina, where we are learning how to eat pizza, drink beer, and talk with other Star Wars Republic players and their family. My name is Teresa, and I'm really happy that I've been invited this year. So, we're going to be going around introducing some more people and then talking about the games that we love.
So Teresa, I'm so glad you're here this year. This is so cool.
She's gonna single-handedly.
Your voice is amazing.
So that's what an actual podcast
Yeah, that's what a podcast sounds like. I have the headphones. I'm like, oh, this is good. Can you do the rest of this for us, please? So good.
Can you do my parts?
You are now the new Eric Muska.
My name is Eric Muska. I'm really like that.
I'll be in there.
Eric Muska, come here. Tell me something else.
And he's gone. He's gone. No, he's gone. Well, good luck.
Hi, everybody. I'm either known as Soulforce Steve or AIE, so Max and Steve and everybody else.
Yep.
And I'm here for my third straight year. Met all these amazing people 3 years ago. Actually come down to enjoy the beer, pizza, and fun.
Like, think about it.
Talk with the school tour and everything else. Thanks for Eric joining us first time.
And a big shout out to Steve too. He undercut himself a little bit. He actually picked me up in Anaheim a couple days ago and got me down here. So big shout out to Steve. He's on my t-shirt, third year. He's amazing. And his wife Tim is also amazing, who I talked about a minute ago. So thank you, sir. Thanks for being here again.
I'm going to make her talk now.
Oh, do it. Oh, she has the face. She's doing the face.
Hello, everybody. I'm Tiff. I'm the Tiff.
Is she talking? Oh, you're gonna talk. Be nice.
Be nice, girl. I'm Matthew Wyatt. Don't really know why I'm here. I wrote stuff, paid for it.
The second year you're here, by the way.
Second? No, this is third. This
She's
is
been
third.
here all
Oh, you were here the first year.
I
Yeah, you were.
was here
Okay.
every year.
Sorry.
I was very drunk for every one of those years.
Welcome to PUCT.
Oh, and make sure I will be your entertainment coordinator if you like anything for fun.
Oh, well, thank you. We've been calling you other Will.
Yeah, that's why I started with that, because that seems about part of it. It's always the first guy and then the other guy.
Right.
So, I'm used to it. I'm the host of the Star Wars segment on Passion Casual Podcast. It's my first year here, and I am happy to see all of you.
Thanks for being here, man. Yeah, we have two mics. Keep that one down there, please.
Oh, hi, I'm Rayford. Third year.
Third year. That's
And
right.
also, what's your other,
I do YouTube.
I am not, well, I start doing podcast stuff later, like earlier. I will talk about that. It's Rayford Gaming. Ray, like the name, and then Ford, like the car, all one word. Thing. I'm on the internet. People know
Is that what the Ford is for? Oh, okay, I get it now. All right.
Do you drive a Ford, Ray? He was conceived in a Ford.
I drove a
Nissan.
Oh, so you're blowing. You're blowing, Ray.
That's it all I lost.
So tell her to do your last name because that's
Oh,
My last name legitimately is Snow.
no.
isn't that awesome? Right? Isn't that amazing?
You are welcome.
It's actually on
Space. I will lead you. Supreme leader. I will exact revenge upon you for beer and or Mexican food, I'm just saying. Yeah, so, alright. Bye.
The real leadership.
I was wondering.
That'd be nice.
That makes perfect sense.
That'd be nice. Say words and be nice. What did I miss?
I don't know. He's trying to get it together.
The voices in his head are telling you a joke.
The voices in my head or something.
Oh, well, that's nice.
It was amazing.
Introduce yourself. Say hello. Third year. Here we go.
The second greatest podcast of all time. Behind Bad Feeling Podcast. One podcast in the whole world.
Wow, you're gonna put us down right now.
Thanks for throwing it. thanks for throwing us under the bus.
Chuck and Brian are my friends, and I may or may not have personal leads last year, so
Hey, at least we have an outline.
Yeah, for sure. We have outlines on this show, by the
once
way.
again, I'd like to thank Marshall Wolf for letting me here and bring up the ratings. And get
All right.
on Twitch.
Sure.
That's how I roll.
Sure,
You
sure.
would have not given him the microphone?
Yeah. Did someone take it from him?
Let's give him the microphone because it's been here in a row. and I still talk to my questions.
All right.
Thank you, Chad, for coming.
So, first of all, I want to thank Eric Musco again. I'm going to give him the mic really quick. And there's a mic down at that end.
Getting a lot of things.
While you're here, my friend, and it's been a few years since we've seen you, we've met at many a cantina, and I want to thank you for being just an awesome community manager for a game we've all been playing. Some of us have been playing for like 7 years, right? Going up on 7 years, is that accurate?
That's accurate, yeah.
That is accurate.
7 in December. I mean, and I'm sure many of you were playing like in beta.
And some of us were in beta, yeah.
Beta.
So we've been around for a long
I jumped
time.
off of
So
Bridge Naked.
I want to say thanks for being here. But before I get to letting them drill you, I want to give a shout out to some people who could not be here today. Redna and Heather just recently. Should I say that? Redna just had a baby, and Heather won't be here. They are here, and it is what it is. And we love them very much. And they were here at the first two. And best of luck to parenting and being awesome. You'll be amazing parents.
Better people than I.
Yeah. And Zen.
And Zen, of course, who has, we gave a shout out earlier before the mics were rolling, but Zen has, he was supposed to be here, couldn't be here, gave us some money for drinks, so we are now currently
for the
drinking
beer.
on Zen. Thank you, Zen. Appreciate that. And, yeah, so, and of course, yes, I got the notes, okay? And of course, hi to Mox, who has no choice.
Didn't we do this on
He has no choice but to be here next year. Him and John Skeen, and there's a couple people who are working on trying to be here. So
JT.
and JT as well. So
Are we setting up something bad though? Like if they just expect that I'm going to surprise every year now?
Yeah.
you already did it. You already did it.
I won't do it again.
Yeah. Will you?
The novelty is already happening.
See, next year we're gonna have to get Musco in Darren to Paul back.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hey, wait.
I did invite Darren DePaul back. To be fair,
He's just so busy.
I don't think he's even in town.
Yeah, he probably is ridiculous.
He's like out of our league.
I think Chuck O'Brien might be here next year. He is still an everyman. Darren is one of my favorite people in the world.
But he is on our shirt this year.
Yeah, he's on the first cantina. He's on the shirt, and he actually tweeted me back saying, you know, a lot of things have changed. He couldn't be here, but I'm super
Got your
stoked
Friday
that
ticket already, right?
And if you
he's
want to
part
get our
of the family.
shirt,
Oh yeah, we'll get that. Okay, so let's pass the mic around while we have Mr. Musco, and we'll start off like we
Yeah,
do
alright.
every show of the usual podcast. We start off with SWOTOR.
No, we start off with what.
Oh, we start with what we're drinking.
Thank
So
you.
we are drinking Mission. A big shout out to Mission Brewing Company.
thank you,
We
Mission.
are all drinking Mission Brewing Company beers, and
Xerxes.
and there's Cokes and various other things. But thanks to Mission Brewing Company, this is the third year they've let us do this. And shout out to Donna, she's amazing, the event coordinator here. So thank you.
Let's go.
So thank you, you're out of the way. Can we ask you a couple questions?
Please.
Okay.
No, I'm good for now.
Mr. Musco is here, so if you have a question for Eric, let's do it. Let's start out with a SWOTOR section of our show. We have 5.9.2 coming out when?
31st?
31st, so that's happening soon. So any questions? I know some of us are in PTS. And that kind of thing. So what have we seen? What do we like? Do we have any questions for Musco? There's a mic down there. Grab the mic and ask him a question. Go, Teresa.
So one of the things we're getting in 5.9.2 is the Rishi Stronghold. We've been seeing lots of changes on the PCS. How do you feel about the fact that one of the biggest requests was to remove garbage piles and add white sand for the beaches?
Wow, there's garbage piles?
Not anymore.
There are. Yeah. So that was really interesting actually because the garbage pile is fine. That's one thing. The white sand was tricky. Like we understand why people want white sand beaches because I just said the term white sand beaches and everyone's like, sweet, I'm going to go on vacation.
Oh, I'm ready.
But funny enough, Rishi does not have white sand. It actually has like dark. People were like, it's mud. It's not mud. It's dark sand. It's actually what Rishi has. I think it's like volcanic something. I don't know. Charles is going to kill me because I should have answered that question. There's something. That's what Rishi normally has. Is it actually has dark sand. But ultimately, if you go on PTS today from the build we pushed out, it's white sand. So
Awesome.
we understand the reasoning why people just want to have their beach paradise. So beach paradise. And let us know what you think. If some people are like, no, I'm a purist. I'm a Rishi purist. I want the dark sand back. Let us know.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, please use mine.
so
Thank you.
did it have to be white sand beaches? Could you have kept the floor and just put more sand instead of?
For black sand? Because we're talking about volcanoes, right?
I mean, I think that's one of the coolest
can't
things
win.
of Hawaii is the
Yeah,
black
you cannot
sand.
win.
Just-
It is one of those things where, to Jesse's point, you can't always win, right? Like there's definitely gonna be people that now want the dark sand back, and it's gonna be one of those things. But like genuinely, this PTS has been phenomenal. Like the feedback that we've gotten from everybody, being able to kind of obviously the team we built our development cycle in a way where we can be extremely responsive. I know people are like, oh my god, they're making so changes, why can't we do this normally? They're like, well, because we basically built the team's schedule around working solely on PTS for this purpose. And it's been awesome, right? Like, we've been able to make a ton of changes, all based on feedback that we saw, and it's been super helpful. So it's one of those things where, sure, we won't always be able to make everyone happy, but we want to make as many people happy as possible. So the best I can say is just keep giving us feedback. If you get onto the white sand beaches and you're like, nah, this is dumb, I don't like it, probably use better words than that, but yeah, feedback's important.
So I have two questions based on the strong.
Okay.
First of all, after this change, will you give us notes what all, what that does?
That's not an emote in right now, is it?
Nope.
Remind me after this. I'm gonna find out why.
No, okay. Crazy. So another
I
question,
don't
I'm
know.
serious, with the viewability mode, will be visible, have you considered, or would I consider retrofitting other PVB matches so that people can see that it's not?
Oh, that's a good question. Without getting super specific, the way that's done is crazy. The way that we ended up getting that droid in there that you can actually use to see things, it would be very challenging to be able to put that in a war zone for a lot of reasons. But we definitely know to that point that there's a lot of things people would like to see around being able to spectate war zones or have added functionality around war zones. Like, oh, what if my guild can challenge or guild in a war zone? Something like that. So that's the kind of stuff we always know that people want to see more increased functionality for. But I think doing straight up spectating like the way you saw with the Stronghold is probably not possible in that way.
Can we just go ahead and have some questions from the chat answered?
Yeah, yeah,
If you have any questions and you're watching
Yeah.
now for Eric, he'll answer them if he can. So go ahead and put them in there and there you go.
I am mad with myself that when everyone was talking about how many years they've been here, I didn't say first time, long time. Like, how did I miss that opportunity?
First time call, long time listener.
Can we start over again? Just gotta do first time.
Well, and the cool thing is, man, the first time I met you was when I was working for Tour Wars, first Cantina event in San Diego Comic-Con 7 years ago.
Yeah, it's great.
And you were guys in the upstairs at the Hilton Bathroom.
Oh my
You were spending time with Mass Effect.
That was when we were like straight up on the Bible base, right? Yeah.
Exactly.
Holy crap,
Yeah.
right.
I got my photo with the giant dark August.
Yeah.
Okay, question from chat. Ready?
Hold on for a moment, if I may, just for a housekeeping thing.
Yeah.
We set a time limit for how long we're going to take questions from the session also.
Oh, sure. I'd
So
say
that
15 minutes.
People who want to ask, make sure they get in now, as opposed to waiting until later.
Yeah, let's
Right
not.
while the iron is hot.
Yeah, I mean, we don't want to spend all day on this. We got to talk about Comic-Con too. We are on
Okay.
So how long, how much longer do you people have to ask questions in chat?
I'd say 15 minutes
From now or a total of 15?
from now. 15 minutes from now, we're done.
Okay, all right, so get those questions in Twitter chat if you want to ask them, because the clock's running.
Okay, so we have our first question from chat. Can you hear it?
I can hear you.
Okay, so this one comes from Zen. My question for Eric, multiple choice. How do you feel knowing that you're part of a team of awesome people, by the way, who made a game that consumes our lives and makes people so passionate? And then here are your choices. Ready? A is proud, B, embarrassed, C, confused, or D, all of the above. Oh, there's also E, which is other.
At least you got other.
I like, by the way, can I say that I appreciate that all of the above doesn't include other? I appreciate that. There's some solid structuring in this.
That's awesome.
Yeah. No, the answer, I mean, unquestionably the answer to that question is proud, right? Like, I don't do anything. I talk on the internet to people, and that's kind of the structure of my job. And so the idea that I get to work with brilliant people day to day, and they allow me, they pay me to be the voice for them, to talk to people and answer questions and do stuff like this. Like it's insane that this is a job.
You're like the bullseye, right? You're the one that gets all the meat. So when something comes in that's not your decision, and they're like, you come on the forums and you're like, oh hey, well we're doing this, and then everyone's like, Musco should die, kill him.
I mean, I definitely make jokes about like that. If our studio was a raid group, like I'm obviously the main tank. But that's just part of the job, right? Like just being the messenger means you get shot. That's just how it works. But no, it's fine. Like because the team is phenomenal at reacting to player feedbacks before you've ever given it. So part of what my job is being in meetings and being the voice of the players of, hey, when you do X, here's what's going to happen when it gets to the public. So be aware of those things. And the team is always extremely good about being as responsive as they can. Sure, doesn't mean we're always going to do everything right.
Okay, I have another question from the live stream, and this is coming from Clartel. My question for Eric is, when are you starting your weekly community live stream? Begging the question a little bit.
Weekly community live
Starting at the usual podcast.
Yeah, so I will almost turn the question around, but, so we used to do weekly, for those that don't know, we used to do weekly community, like Let's Play live streams, where we would just I started a character on HUDA. I still actually have someone made like Musco on HUDA movie poster, which I still have at my desk. We loved it. It was super fun. But here's the tricky thing, right? Is I'm a community manager, not a live streamer, and so the challenge that we ran into is that when we would if we're just playing the game, even if we're still having we're talking to people and we're taking questions from chat, we're not announcing new stuff. We're just kind of hanging out. The problem is over time it kind of decayed and ended up becoming a bad thing. If you looked at chat, it was just pure toxicity at all times, where it was no longer like a community building thing. It basically became a bad thing that we were streaming that much. Now granted, it was a different time in our past, and I don't think we were quite as responsive to questions and responses as we are now. And so maybe it's a time that we revisit that. Also, to be perfectly honest, it's extremely time consuming. It's not just sit down and play for 60 minutes and that's my week. So it is a little bit tricky to find that time to do it weekly, but we've definitely talked about trying to stream more, trying to do more casual stuff with streaming. But the one thing that we have tried to do is, even if we're not streaming as much, is push people more to our influencer program. So influencers that we have that are streaming, or people are doing podcasts and stuff, trying to make sure that information is getting out on social, they're being posted. So if you want to follow the stuff that we are either streaming or pointing you to, you should have something to do multiple times.
Let's take a question from the group. We have another one in the queue from the live stream, but what do you got? We got one here, one here.
I'm going to bring back an oldie but a goodie that I have not viewed. This is not about double S. It's not.
If you say stackable storage, I will put this back.
It is not about stackable storage or Mako. But the last time I asked this question was at the cantina that, no, the one before that, at the bar.
Oh,
okay.
Yes, we were shouting questions.
Yes, we were.
Jamie Schubert.
Yes, Jamie Schubert. We were shouting our questions.
Give us a mic. Yeah, that was
When is SWTOR ever, or Bioware ever going to finish the Galactic History of HoloNet videos?
Oh, man. So I will tell you that those are some of our favorite things we've ever done, right? Like, personally,
I used to ask that
they're my favorite videos we've ever made. I suspect we're never going to do them again. Yeah, there's so much more that I want to say right now that I can't. Yeah, I don't think we're going to finish. I don't think you're going to see more timeline videos, but if you like some of the lore stuff and some of the things related to that, just keep playing football.
Thank you.
Stuff and reasons in the future.
All right, so we're another question from the chat.
Okay, so we're going to go back to the chat now for our next question. This one comes from one of everybody's favorite streamers, Kid Lee.
Oh, nice.
Kid Lee would like to know, do you think weapons will make the outfit designer in 2018?
Ooh, in 2018, huh? So weapon designer is one of those things that, so if you, I think we've made this reference before, where basically the wall of crazy is what we call our backlog. So it's literally everything we've ever want to do, and it's kind of the place we go to pluck things off. And it's like we have some time for someone to work on something. Weapons and outfit designer will live at the top of our backlog of things that we will pull out and do as soon as we have someone with the time and ability to do it. 2018, I don't know. If I was a betting man, I would say I would lean on the probably not side, but definitely not possible. But it's definitely something we still really want to do. Yeah, it's something we really want to do, for sure. It's awesome. Yeah, it's like I said, wall crazy is basically like the things, it's the backlog, things we'd like to do. So if we manage to find an engineer with some free time, they'll do it. But
how many walls is the wall?
Let me, real quick, guys. People in the live, I'm standing here for a second so the people in live stream can understand. Our audio setup is not 100% ideal. You won't be able to hear everything, and I apologize, but thank you for the questions. It's amazing.
And this will also be on the usual podcast.
Yeah, and I will post it
so on
our feed in the next week.
Do we have time for one more question, Aaron?
Elise has a question.
I have a question. So again, this might have been asked and answered in the past, but I'm gonna ask it again.
Please.
So there are other games that actually have community members submit designs for weapons or costumes. Has that A, ever been put on the table and worked through as an option, and then B, is it possible that can be added?
So it's tricky because we're Star Wars, so it makes things very, very tricky. Because it's not just as simple as us saying, hey, submit design, we'll all vote on one, and then we'll go to the game, start to finish. Most of the games that you see that in, that's what it is. It's their own game. They kind of make that decision. I mean, if you put something in our game, it's in Star Wars.
Right.
So that makes things a lot more tricky. Now, that by no means, don't take that to mean that it's impossible. It's just one of those things where, because of the added work that would go into making all of that possible, it isn't something we've done. But I can tell you, we've talked a lot about doing things like that.
Okay.
I think it's more likely what you would see is we've talked about doing things like create your own outfit contests, and screenshot contests, and that type of stuff, and then maybe trying to find ways to gain inspiration from that to create armor, or doing something where we may create something that's been inspired by something someone has done publicly, but we won't directly one-to-one call it out that it came from them. So taking inspiration from people to do things is one thing, but I think a one-to-one, you made this armor set, we put it in the game, it's pretty important.
So can I ask one follow-up question to that? So you guys have run screenshot contests before. Has that ever happened when you saw somebody submitted a screenshot and maybe the designers took an inspiration from that and actually made it?
Yeah, so that's, my guess is probably yes. It's pretty much impossible for me to answer that question.
Right.
Only because the people that are on our team that do a lot of the concepting and stuff for some of the things that go in the market and itemization and all that stuff, they're looking at stuff constantly. It's not like I'm like, check out this forum thread. Like, they're always in the forums, on Reddit, on social media, looking at sketches and hashtags, and they follow all that stuff without me prompting any of it. So where they've gotten things from, there'll be times where they have told me hey, I saw XYZ and I made this because of it, and I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
I didn't even know you saw that. Yeah, so absolutely, we pull inspiration from the community.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Does anybody else around the table have a question? We're running out of time for the Must Go Grill section of our show.
Must Go Grill. That sounds
So
like
please go ahead and then and then we'll get one from the chat. Please.
So one of the things we know is that a lot of the people who work on the game actually really enjoy the game and play. So we often ask our friends, what are you up to in the game recently? So what's been your current little passion in the game?
So I do not. So get ready to ooh and ah me. I do not have legendary status because
Awesome.
Because
My man!
but it's mainly because Sith Warrior story, I've literally been start to finish 3 times, but I haven't finished the Jedi Knight story. Like, part of it.
I forgive you because it's Dark Souls.
So part of it came through on. I've obviously played through all the stories and I know all the stories just from like doing things internally on like the shards and all the stuff like on my actual live account. I still don't have legendary status, so that's what I've been working on. I only have 2 left to do. I only have Jedi Consular and Jedi Knight. I'm almost done. I'm in Act 3 on both, so it shouldn't be that bad to finish them. But so that's what I've been doing, working on that primarily.
Yeah. We have a question from the chat there, Mr. Musket.
Maybe.
Okay, this one is actually coming from Twitter.
Confused. Is their Twitch name Twitter or is
Well, Katie is signing up to translate questions from Twitter for us. And the question is, can we expect to see a new species?
New species? That's a good question.
You said yes a while ago.
So I am unaware of current plans in the production schedule to put a new species in the game. But doesn't mean you won't see a new one. Doesn't mean you won't see a new one. It just means you won't see one in the near term.
We already got 2 programs.
I only played chits, so here we are.
Right, I'm with you.
Yeah. It's the only race that matters.
Actually, kind of piggybacking on that, my
Yeah,
nephew
I
Ryan
said
is
it.
here.
I said it.
And he is, hey, Ryan, what is the race? He was asking if that's ever going to be playable.
Okay, question. I think if we get to the point of seriously looking at putting a new race into the game, new species, I think that's one of the things that we will absolutely crowdsource to be like, what do you guys want to see? Because there's so many things that people throw up. Like we see what these all-time opposites, immense time challenges, and stuff like that. But like, there's a lot of species that get thrown out and people want to see them.
Okay, cool. Thorian. I would love to play with Thorian.
If it's not Chiss, Boss, otherwise I'm gonna stay with Chiss.
Yeah, I would personally love Boss. That would be as the player of the game, Boss is what I would say.
You have to skip the final boss. It's like, hey, you're a
It'd
stranger.
be weird. That's what made right. Like that's what some of the challenging stuff is with species. Is like especially if it's something that is reflected in our game story anyway. Is if we don't account for that, then we're doing it as a service. And so, but that's honestly it's a lot. That adds a whole lot of extra. It's not just make the art, put it in, which also to be fair is a humongous amount of work by itself.
Like seriously, would a boss really be a Sith warrior?
Yeah, why not?
Boss is
That was badass.
Don't take it away from the boss.
Wow.
Can't boss the boss.
Are there any other questions for go ahead.
Otherwise it'd have been like, did you wanna?
Sir, can you please talk in the mic? That'd be great.
Waiting for it to turn a little bit?
Yeah, thank you.
So, back in my previously, we talked about options which we considered. Since all the
So it's one of the things that's, again, I was making this joke earlier that one of the things I learned when I went from being a podcaster to working inside the game industry, I joked that the first thing I learned is that I was wrong about everything. It's one of the things that is easy to make the connection is that, well, I see Boss in cinematics. They have all the animations, they're part of the conversations. That can't possibly be hard to just make them a playable character. It's completely different. So the things that you see them doing as an NPC are not at all the same thing that you see that they do as a PC. So it would be just the same amount of work to make a boss as it would be.
Is lighting that also an issue? Because they're taller than all the other.
That's a good question, actually. Probably. Yeah, because we would have to. Yeah.
Well, that's a lore thing too.
It is. Yeah. So it'd be one of those things of, and I'm not a cinematic designer, but framing, shotting, all that stuff would probably be different.
And all this, of course, after the
As far as simulation is concerned, the only real question is,
Okay, so
How does a boss kick? Now we're asking.
Okay, now seeing the romance story with the Thorian, that would be interesting.
all right, so you want more? Okay.
one last question.
Because it was almost magical. We have 14 seconds
14 seconds. Go.
in this segment.
Anything you want to tell us that you haven't said in the past?
Is there anything I want to tell you that I haven't said?
Can you give us another chance?
Exclusive.
This is Comic-Con after all.
Can I give you a nugget? What do you
Yes.
know?
Yes,
Man, let me
nuggets.
think. Let me think. If if I think of something, it's not like we're ending right now, so I'll come back on the mic. Let me
I'm going to tell you this. Continue to think about that. I want to transition a little bit because we did get some Star Wars news out of San Diego Comic-Con, which we're going to talk about here in a second, which I'd love to hear you and anybody else that want to put in on it. But the one thing we didn't talk about, why are you actually here?
Oh, that's a good question. And this may come as a surprise to some people, but I work for BioWare. and so it has not been uncommon in my history of time working at the company, working for BioWare, that they'll ask me like, hey, we have XYZ thing, do you have some time you can help us out? And pretty much since I've been there, all those things have always been behind the scenes. And so this is one of those cases where BioWare is at the Dark Horse booth throughout the weekend at San Diego Comic-Con, and they were like, hey, we just need one more staff person to go. You've been to cons before, obviously you talk to people. Do you mind just coming and helping us out a little bit over the weekend? I was like, absolutely, I can go crash the SWTOR party while I'm there. So yeah, I'm just hanging out on the Comic-Con floor with the rest of my BioWare comrades at the Dark Horse booth.
And you're hanging out Anthem related, right?
What I'm doing is not entirely specifically Anthem. They're doing a few different things. They're doing signings for some, they have some of the Dragon Age folks. They're doing some signings and stuff.
Sorry, I saw you outside.
Yeah, I was standing next to the Javelin suits. That is true. Yeah. Yep. But it'll be easy to find me because I'll be wearing them.
So is there going to be any BioWare? Is there going to be any BioWare events that you want to hit while you're here?
BioWare events
at the Dark Horse.
Yeah. Obviously you can come by anytime. We'll all be there. But they are doing. I think they're doing a signing on Sunday afternoon. So that's what they're doing. Is there's a bunch of people from BioWare here.
I just want to point out, I was at that booth on yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. And I didn't see you, so what gives?
Awesome.
Eric, you have questions to answer.
No, it's because what it was is my radar went up. I was trying to be incognito since no one knew I was here, and I was like, there's a SWTOR player nearby, and I smoke bomb.
He was trying to help me out.
Or I'm lying, and what I said at the beginning of the cast is true, and I'm part-time on the weekends as a waiter. And so I just stopped by, got off my shit, and came over.
You're Ubering and Prius.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, but thank you for asking that question, because I know there'll be paranoia of like, Musco's working on Anthem. That'll be the red right there. I'll probably already there. I don't work on Anthem.
No, it's already
I'm still a
set.
SWTOR community manager.
It's already out there.
Don't worry.
Yeah, we're gonna do. I'm actually gonna change the battery on this thing here in a second. But what I want to do is
Dip it in water.
Do it, maybe. But what I want to do is dip it in beer like the first time.
Yeah.
But what I want to do is I'm gonna do a couple giveaways. Thanks to Eric Musco. We have amazing swag. We'll give away at the end. We have a signed poster by Mr. Timothy Zahn.
Yep.
Correct. That'll be the last prize we give out. But we've got posters for the Jitsu. We've got t-shirts and journals with no draw.
We are also given stuff from the Tops Company and also from artist Daniel Cooney. So we've got some of the stuff to give away too. So.
Right. So Steve.
Oh, and for special people, if you really want to try to get it, I do have a pack of original Return of the Jedi cards and Indiana Jones cards.
Nice. So Steve Griggs has won one. So Teresa has won one. And Elise has also won one. And Jesse. So I think that's a good poll for now while I.
All right. Or go over to the table
Go
and
get
pick
some.
something out.
As long as it's on the sign thing, you're good. I think this will last a little bit longer. I don't want to go out right in the middle. Also, I don't want to get jacked up. Actually, no,
All right. Well, the mic that I'm on right now is going to take a quick break.
can I see that mic real quick? I'm going to stay in here in a second.
I'm going to shut this down.
Actually, you know what? Just talk into it. It's R. That's why.
Yeah, they turn off so that's not picking up the mic.
Yeah. Guys, make sure you turn the mic on. Your last comment didn't come through, and I was kind of freaking out. But I'll be fine.
Marshall's freaking out, man.
Freaking out, dude. So I'm going to stop this for a second and change the batteries, and then we'll finish up. Okay?
All right, sounds good. All right.
You know, it's
You've got to be kidding me.
Over 6.
I think I need another copy.
Over 6.
Over 6.
Oh, getting the it's a good thing. Are you serious? Because that's like Mine is still unopened. I mean, luckily I didn't have to because I worked there, so I was able to get the goodies without opening it. But yeah,
You get stuff for working?
yeah, not much.
Come on, now.
Paycheck and then
That's crazy.
Tacos on Tuesdays.
we get breakfast tacos on Fridays with donuts.
Do we want to tell people?
Thursday morning we get bacon.
No, he's not recording.
That's
we're back.
really.
All right, do we want to tell people what the 4 people selected?
So nuts.
Hold on. Will, are you recording yet?
Yeah.
All right. So we're saying what the 4 people selected. Steve?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I got the Indiana Jones cards, thinking that my wife would love to have them.
Nice.
And oddly enough, he originally owned them before I took possession of them about 10 years ago.
So you got your own gift. That's amazing.
I'm really happy about
that's
this.
quite something.
Elise, what did you choose?
I took the book.
The journal. Nice. And
I won't say
Teresa?
why I took that book.
So Teresa, what did you think?
I mean, like everything you gave out, I can't
They're awesome, right? I have so many papers.
It is very cool.
I think it's all like
And Jeff decided.
I got a cake. I got the season sticker.
Very
It's
cool.
really awesome. It says Star Wars: The Old Republic on the back, and it says she's a
Awesome. Thank you so much.
All right. Just we need. Well, is anybody else going to get a beer?
We'll get
Whatever he wants, put it on the thing.
Give me one.
You want a beer too?
Yeah, we all want a blonde.
That was a
That's what I'm
demo.
Oh, by the way, congratulations. I told you this off. Congratulations for getting married. Welcome to the club.
Does anybody else want anything?
It'd be funny if your wife was
Yeah,
blonde.
maybe not.
Oh,
Does
okay.
anybody else want anything?
All right. So let's talk about almost said
Star Wars.
Star Wars news.
First time, long time.
We're at San Diego Comic-Con, and there's always news that releases when this event happens. So we got some huge news from Lucasfilm
Yes.
that the Clone Wars is coming back.
Why?
Well, here we are.
Positively.
Yeah, there's.
Yeah, let's not.
There's no, I'm giving him the mic.
Matt or Debbie Downer?
So.
The storyline is they were going to have the last season of Clone Wars and Arc.
Hold on a second. So we got the news. That there was a trailer. So I would like a couple people would be great if they could just say what they thought. I know none of us were after the panel, correct? I know, sadly. I didn't want to bring it up, Jess. I'm sorry. So Jess was not the panel.
Everything.
She was everything.
For anniversary, everything.
And it's fine. And it's fine.
And it's fine. I'm here.
So that aside.
You didn't miss me.
And today is a better day, right?
Today is a fantastic
Good.
day.
So, what do we think? Clone Wars fans, chime in. It looks a little darker, right? Where we at?
I have 2 comments. One, I'm kind of curious how it's going to affect the storylines that they were having at the end of the 5th season, where it was actually pulling in some old Republic storylines like Darth Bane. So I'm really curious where that's going to end up. Also, Dave Filoni had already announced that he was going to be doing another series that takes place after Rebels. How is that
Resistance.
Yeah, how is that going to affect the production schedules and voice talents and all that stuff? So I'm hoping it doesn't push that back.
Well, I was actually really surprised with this announcement. 'Cause I assumed that the announcements at that panel were going to be Resistance related.
That's what I thought.
And Clone Wars Celebration, great. But then here's what we're doing going forward. And now we have the Clone Wars coming back, but again we have the Star Wars streaming service. So they're going to try to bring, I think, as much as they can to the table. And I think the Clone Wars is going to be, honestly, this is going to be my third card. I got to hand it to you guys, my Star Wars third card. I never finished the Clone Wars. Mostly because I wanted to watch it with my kids, and then really early on they got really scared and didn't want to do it.
And Rebels came out.
And then Rebels came out, we watched all that together, and the last Rebels, obviously we cried. And my kids were like, why do we watch this show? And so if anybody's seen the end of Rebels, it's heartbreaking and amazing at the same time. But, so how do we feel? What do we think? Clone Wars?
Hell yes.
Yeah. Oh yes, more Star
I'll
Wars.
take more Clone Wars every day of the week.
More Star Wars content is always good.
Yeah, I'll never say no more Star Wars.
What about the other?
So I'm actually looking forward to it. I watched them all, but I'm very curious to see how they tiptoe around what they added to Rebels, what they now have to basically fix, whatever this new series is going to include for all the clone troopers, Ahsoka especially.
Yeah.
So maybe they'll use it as a way to advance anything a little more.
Okay. Anybody else?
Also, not allowed to talk.
You're allowed to talk. You just can't say anything. You just can't say anything. I'm just kidding.
You're saying it could be a mic stand, not a mic speaker?
Ooh. I'm kidding. Give your 2 cents, Mr. Matt.
Alright, so major storylines are set up at the end of the Clone Wars have already pretty much all been released. We had the Ahsoka novel. We had Quinlan Voss. We had the Quinlan Voss and Asajj Ventress storyline. What are they gonna do?
Well, but I think that's the point, right? Is that now they can go forward.
There's
And
no
do
point
well.
forward.
No, what I'm saying
There's
is
always more
there's
stories.
more stories they can tell. They can tell side stories. I mean, believe it or not, the Star Wars universe is pretty vast.
We can see Jar Jar in the spaceport on the booth.
Ah, see? Now we're talking.
I'm curious if they're gonna, has everyone seen Han Solo? Can I talk about
Oh yes, please talk Solo.
They had some little touches and things in Han Solo that I'm like, they're gonna try to bring that through. Because like one of my favorite things in Han Solo is, if you guys read the kind of comics, you have to read all of them.
I'm behind on the comics.
So the Lando comic, they have like a
It's great.
it's super good. They have a throwaway line from Lando referencing the comic, referencing his comic in the movie, and I was like, whoa, that is obscure. Also, how do I even know that?
Right.
But that's really obscure. And so I'm really wondering if they might not take things that are, it seemed like obscure throwaways in the movie, like
Right.
they did some of that in the Han Solo movie, and then kind of tie some of that back in. I don't know. As a Star Wars fan, I'll take more Star Wars ever.
Right, and speaking of which, if you haven't seen Solo, I'm going to say something in a second. Speaking of Solo, one of my favorite things is the fact that even though we have these issues in episode 4, and it doesn't help, the rebellion and stuff at the beginning, one of my favorite things is he secretly helped bankroll the rebellion in the beginning. And I just that was one of my favorite things from that movie was that little tiny thing. And I'm really hoping we see some of these other they're hinting at a lot of stuff, but that was just like, even though he's so resistant to joining the rebellion in the beginning, that was really one of those little things I like.
I just have a feeling that like they'll take Clone Wars in a direction where wherever new Clone Wars games will just stop right as episode 3 is done. Like because they've done so many of those with like Rogue One, right? Like Rogue One ends and it's like you can just pop episode 4 in and it never stops. They're doing more of those, and
That last scene in
Rogue One.
yeah, that last scene in Rogue One is still mind blowing.
I love that movie.
I mean, the whole hallway battle, battle scene where he's demolished everything's great. But then where he's at the end of the airlock and he's just like looking at the shot, I'm like, that's just great.
That's so good.
That was the only time in Star Wars history that I was terrified. Like I've always been like, Vader's fine. Everyone loves Vader like everybody else, but I'm not like intimidated by him. And then I saw that scene and I was like, oh.
But you see his power.
Yeah, well,
you see how ruthless he is.
Well, most
He did
people,
not play
most people in our generation, we had the David Prowse and James Earl Jones Vader, where it was just two old men beating a stick, on the battle cruiser, and of course on the Death Star in A New Hope, and then you had Hayden Christensen, right? So it's like, but in this one, you literally had James Earl Jones' voice, and you just had the pure hatred and power that you saw him dismantle everybody in that hallway.
All right, guys. So real quick before we transition, because we have to stop this soon, so we can just chat and hang out. So Matt, Tiff, and Big Boobs McGee has won a thing. So please go and pick up your thing, and also Rayford. So everybody is.
We're gonna cut that out, and that's gonna be our bumper.
Yeah, Big Boobs McGee. So if you haven't won a thing yet, there's enough stuff, thanks to Eric, where everybody will win a thing, and then we'll kind of figure out what we do at the end for the last prize. I have some Star Wars trivia, maybe you can give us
What's the next topic?
next topic, Well, should we just get to general San Diego Comic Con
Yeah, let's
stuff?
just talk about General Comic Con.
Or what do you want to talk about?
I have a question though about the.
You have a microphone in front of you. Make sure it's on, please.
Make sure it's on.
Okay, so I'm really interested in Dark Horse.
Okay.
So, has anybody been out there? Seen them? Did you go?
I did, yes.
So, which ones are they debuting? Or what are the big the news releases? We have the Maze Runner. Right? That one? No. Eric, you're supposed to have a lookup on this.
So I'm like the worst Dark Horse person. People will come up and just start asking me questions. They'll be like, I don't know why I work at Dark Horse. And they look down at my badge and they're like, it says Dark Horse on it. They're like, I know what it says.
I can show you who signs my paycheck.
I am not in Florida. So that is what I bought at the last Comic Con. I bought 6 copies of various Dark Horse hardware. That is what I was there for.
There was some crazy stuff though. So earlier today, I was standing there like everyone was kind of like buzzing around, or like something's clearly going on. Because everything's real high energy, and like the security people are like, no, can't be blocking this area. And so right where I was standing, like they're like moving stanchions, and like all of a sudden they come over like, are you ready for the talent? And I'm like, who's the talent? What is going on right now?
That's funny. That's what Marshall asks every time I get on the mic.
And as I look up, I see like an escort of security, and they walk Nathan Fillion,
That's right.
Felicia Day, and Joss Whedon.
Dr. Horrible's anniversary.
Right past me, exactly. Dr. Horrible's like, you weren't the talent? No, I know. I was like, I'm already here. Already here, guys. Yeah.
I've been standing here the whole
Okay.
time.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you a quick story about how oblivious I am at cons.
Oh my God, this is.
I was at Silicon Valley a couple of years ago, Silicon Valley Comic Con.
The first year they did.
The first year they did it, and I'm barreling across the show floor. And I'm a big guy, right? I'm 6 foot, 350, and Marshall's tiny, and so he's like behind me, and I'm like barreling through the show floor, and all of a sudden I feel just a tug on the back of my shirt, and I'm like, because I'm about to run over somebody, and I look down, it's freaking Stan Lee.
And not only was it Stan Lee, it was this whole entourage. You didn't see this whole thing coming through.
No, and
I'm this close to Stan Lee and just.
I'm bigger than the bodyguard in front of Stan Lee, and I almost barreled through them both. Well,
I'm like, the man is 94 years old.
I know. And so yesterday, I'm trying to go from the Hilton Bayfront to the Marriott Marquis to have lunch with our fellow podcasters here. And I'm just going past the IMDb booth, and people are just congregating. I'm like, almost literally shoving them out of the way, and all of a sudden this cord comes in front of me. I'm like, what the hell's going on? All of a sudden, the Fear the Walking Dead cat just walks in front of me, and I'm like, yeah, I'm an oblivious con-goer.
Yeah, when you get your momentum, dude, you're getting there.
I'm the juggernaut, bitch.
The giant podcaster accidentally crushes
I know, poor Stan Lee is only 90,000 years old. Okay. So let's. All right, so let's talk Comic Con for a few minutes, and then we're gonna wrap this madness up. Okay. So Comic Con, everybody's here. It's a Friday night instead of Saturday. Usually we do this on a Saturday, and thank you, by the way, everybody, for showing up on a Friday. We've had some Comic Con experiences. We've had some Comic Con woes. So highlights, lowlights. What did you see? What did you like? Panels, anything like that. Anybody that wants a mic is cool. But I'm gonna start because I got a mic. And I actually got up really early yesterday morning, and well, thanks to Will snoring in my ear. I did not.
I am.
Oh my God. So I was like, I'm up. So I came down here. I was down here by 7 something, and I got in line for Hall H, which I don't normally do. And I got in line for Hall H. And the whole point of it was I had some fleeting kind of excitement to see the Doctor Who panel. And I actually saw last year's Doctor Who panel on Sunday for the going away of the last Doctor, for Peter Capaldi, and I'm crying in that event, of course. And it's Sunday, and I'm still drunk, and I'm just like, I'm so tired. I don't know if there's any Doctor Who fans here, but
there are.
Good. So the panel before, the first panel Hall H Comic Con was The Predator.
By Shane Black.
And Shane Black, and Michael Key, Olivia Munn. I mean, the cast was amazing. That was a really cool event. They gave out swag. The next one was the Doctor Who one, and they did this teaser, and I didn't actually have any emotion until they did this thing where it was the new Doctor actually here, quote unquote, looking for Comic-Con, and like walking around through here and like over the bridge, and they playing the music, and I'm like, okay. So I was an absolute master in that. But the panel, they actually didn't say anything because they're keeping everything super secret. But one of the things I like about this year is that a lot of the bigger stuff, it's easier to walk into because a lot of the bigger stuff is happening at the same time. And so that I wanted to talk about that, not to rub it into people who didn't make it to Doctor Who. Sorry,
Or anything else.
but you didn't miss a whole lot except for that little thing I talked about because they couldn't say anything. And the same with the Predator thing. All they were doing was really making jokes and talking about Predator versus Han Solo and stuff like that. But it was really cool. But the Hall H experience and just kind of being down here and meeting up with you guys again is amazing. And I love being down here. That's pretty much all I wanted to say about Comic-Con so far. So thank you.
For me, I'm actually a pretty lax con goer than running over, non-Jerry and celebrities. But there's a few things, there's a few things I absolutely have to do every con. One is PUCT, obviously. 2 is to go see Hollywood Babylon. And 3 is to see Anything Goes with John Barrowman. And I will say I saw John Barrowman Thursday morning, first real big thing I did at the con, and he was fabulous as always.
So last year he was dressed in a TARDIS dress.
He was dressed in a TARDIS dress, and he did that in honor of Jodie Whittaker being named the 13th Doctor. And he actually talked about the importance of diversity in casting and stuff like that. It was really cool. He also told a quick story on his theory on how Captain Jack became the face of O and all that stuff. But my favorite thing, and I don't cry all that often, but I teared up at the end of his panel because he did an original song that he wrote and sang called "I Am What I Am," and it was phenomenal. And I highly recommend, if it's possible, buy on iTunes, go spend the money. And I mean, not that John Barrowman needs money, but just support the cause. It's fantastic.
You didn't say what he was wearing.
He was wearing a pair of blue hot pants and a very tight Captain America t-shirt because he decided to support gender fluidity and south of the border politics by calling his character Captina Americana.
and some badass heels.
Badass heels that he bought for $45 on Amazon and then spent $1,500 on Swarovski crystals to make them out. And then he actually posted on Instagram that he was on one of the scooters that everybody's seeing around, going around. He was in his heels, of course. Fabulous.
Wow.
But I highly recommend, if you ever get a chance to watch anything by John Barrowman, please support the man because he's an important icon in geek culture.
Absolutely. Well, we know why you're here, Mr. Musco.
Yeah.
Did you have any other experiences at the Comic-Con?
Not really, outside of the former dimensions level one casting. Not really much. No. I've been working. So. Yeah, I don't get as much time to
That's what it is. Right?
I have been counting. I think 3 Revens in 1 5.
Dude, Revens everywhere.
All right.
Speaking of the first time Comic-Con goer, my first year here, unless you're here for exclusive merchandise, my personal opinion thus far, screw the convention. Go to the offsite.
Yes.
It's a lot easier to get into. You get to see a lot more, a wider variety of things just walking around downtown and again trying to navigate the convention. So if you're planning on coming down to San Diego during Comic-Con for the first time, go on to the convention, go to the offsite your first year, and then maybe your second year kind of once you know what you're getting into, then start looking to go in.
If you want to go to con, don't go on Friday or Saturday if you get all of that. They are. You will be incapable of moving.
I was on the floor for like 10 minutes today to see you. That was about it.
The first 3 hours of the con this morning, like it's holy God, it's shoulder to shoulder the whole thing.
Well, and this is something I've said on this show multiple times, is that the offsites, the gas lamp, everything that happens around the convention is fully worth doing. You don't have to have passes. You know, we do this offsite. We were at Nerdist Tournament today. We saw Paul Bettany interviewing, which was awesome. Free drinks and a lot of offsites, which was cool. The Nerdist is always a good offsite, legendary, and Geek and Sentry, all of them are affiliated, and we did that today. We'll do that tomorrow. One of my favorite writers. He's gonna be down there tomorrow, Ari Salvatore, which I am freaking out about still. I cannot wait to meet him tomorrow. I might not sleep. I might get up at 6 in the morning just to like stand awkwardly near that moment. But anyway, me talking, believe me.
Please stop talking about the off-site events for those of us who live here and still can't go back. It makes our lives difficult, especially when we don't necessarily actually want to come, and we're forced, it's thrust upon us in the most by us.
Well, I mean,
no, you know what, I begrudgingly. This is my husband.
No, I had a joke.
Chris Ponta, that he, every year, he's not a religious man, but Comic-Con every year, the whole weekend, I literally have to come, enjoy, and be happy about it. I do it with a smile. I do it with
and you look happy.
Yeah, I have my Adrian.
I was gonna say, she has like 10 mirrors.
I have my Adrian with me right now. And then you guys always take the time to make sure you talk about something I care about, and or I'll talk about something that
Well,
I'm talking.
remember, Halima, last year we had Game of Thrones to talk
I
about,
told you.
which we don't have to talk about this.
2 weeks.
Oh,
I got.
remind me, I'll show you a picture. I sat there and thrown today.
Okay.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
I don't care. You're really don't care. But this weekend,
I looked
you
up.
know what? I will agree. There's some awesome out of convention things to do. We saw Orlando Jones today, Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos. We saw Brandon Michael Smith yesterday, and that's on top of Captain Raymond Drones and all the random stuff we did yesterday. And I've already volunteered to be you guys' entertainment coordinator next year. If Marshall decides to suck it up.
Yeah.
Out.
Well, I will. But we also went to a party last night. A lot of people do parties, and that was a lot of fun. We did the Alpha party last night. Free drinks, and sponsored by Crack and Rum. I may or may not have danced, so I was going to
It's a
pass
good
on.
party every year.
It was so much fun. So much fun.
That's definitely a cause-based deal. It's not fair to go to cons.
Go to the party. All right, so I'm gonna wrap this up unless people have other things to say about the convention. Are we good?
Jack Ryan experiences.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to do that tomorrow.
Yeah.
Zip line with virtual reality.
Okay,
I
so
want to see Good Place tomorrow.
just so the stream knows, we're wrapping this up. First of all, thank you every single person, everybody for being here. This has been PUCT 3, the Passionately Usual Council Craft Cantina.
And if you want to get our official shirts,
And we have shirts at teespring.com/store/usual podcast.
two versions.
Support us, like us, tell your friends. Thank you to Eric Musco for being here and hanging out the whole time. I appreciate that.
And what was that nugget that you were thinking about?
I can't think of one. I can't think of one.
It's Musco
We don't want to inspire you.
Yeah.
That's right. You're
See,
right.
Maybe when the stream's off and I finish the stream.
Can you tell us the class that has a companion returning?
The next committee coming back, I'm pretty sure it's Dark Side Jason.
Oh, nice. Well, you heard it here first, Dark Side Jason. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Everybody who has been here before. Thank you to So Teresa for being here for the first time. It's amazing. Thank you for Will, Rob for being here. Ray, everybody for being here. This is amazing. You've been listening to the usual podcast.
Thank you, Marshall and Will, for hosting it again. And
We're
great
And of course, have a fun.
Oh, by the gods, have a fun. And we'll see you all next week. Thank you.
Peace.
Thank you, everyone.
You don't forget that first off.
Yeah, so this is our official shirts.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a picture from the
Are you leaving? Oh, yeah.
The second version says.
I will.
Thank you, Chad. Thanks,
We're the ones Obi-Wan warned you about.
All right. We're out. Peace out.
Alright, so